Hello guys, and welcome back to the 13th episode of my Wellington Wanderers series. Since I last left you guys, we have won a couple of games and lost a couple as well. We've done pretty well in the league, and I'm pretty stoked with how we've done. So we started off with the loss to Western Sydney, pulled it back with a win against Melbourne City, a 3-3 draw to Western United, where Hoffman scored in the 89th and the 91st minute to equalise after McManaman got sent off. It was a great game, and we beat Adelaide United, but then we only went and lost the game against Brisbane Roar just before this final, which we're going to play right now. But I thought I'd also let you guys know that we've applied for literally every single job available under the sun. The only ones that I haven't applied for are League 2 sides, because I just don't feel like that is a job that I realistically want to do. I feel like that's too big of a step down, actually. Over here, we'll apply for these two new ones that have come up. Not all of them, I'm sure, I would actually go to if they offered me an interview, but I'm working really hard to try and find some club options. So, the side that we're going to go with for this final is going to be Chuck Kakachi back into the side. Tim Payne's not quite fully fit, so we won't put him back in just yet. Put McManaman on the bench because Holman's played so well lately. I don't think I can justify taking him off right now. But that's the side that we're going to go with, and hopefully we can get a win against the Sydney FC side in the FFA Cup final to go back to back. You know, that would be quite an accomplishment, and I'll see you guys when the game begins. Here we are at the kickoff against Sydney FC. Straight off the bat, I can see that they have a great lineup and they are one of the best teams in the league. Luckily, they don't have Bennett again because he was pretty hard to play against last season. But of course, they do have David Bull, the Phoenix player, that we sold to them for $0 actually, just because we needed to get him off the wage bill. But hopefully, he doesn't come out off the bench and bite us in the butt for selling him. But Marinovic has the ball, plays it to Hudson Wahongi. Marinovic back to Rufer, playing it forward to Kakachi. Rufer playing with it around the middle. O'Neill to Billingsley, who can run up the line very well. Holman, who's been on great form, as I was saying before. He scored a couple in the last game again in the FFA Cup, so I'm pretty happy with his performance this season, especially considering the star rating has apparently gone down, as O'Neill takes a first-time volley, and that was the first highlight of the match. And O'Neill's actually already scored a volley this season. The other game, he got a hit that went straight through the keeper's hands, right above him, and he scored his first goal for us. And it would be great if he scored another one of those in the final of the FFA Cup, as Grant takes it up, but Kakachi dispossesses him. McCowett runs up the field, plays it to Rufer. Rufer looking for a ball to O'Neill, who finds him. Holman plays it to Billingsley, and he should be looking for a cross here, as he does, and McCowett shoots, but it's just wide. And I think that was one of the best chances we've had. Callum McCowett, not known for his heading ability, but it certainly would have been nice if he was able to bang that one in. As Stoneman plays it to Rufer with a lovely ball. Rufer to Holman. Our passes in this game have been amazing, as Billingsley puts it into McCowett, and just as I'm saying, he is not known for his head as we go 1-0 up in the FFA Cup final. That is a very good goal, and a great ball from Billingsley. McCowett scoring his first goal of the season, I think that it said. So we're very happy with that to be his first goal of the season. No better way to score than in a cup final. And it doesn't seem like Sydney FC are coming into this game very much, with us having 71% of possession and them only having 3 shots with 2 on target. They do come back here, and Kakachi's just headed it back into our net. That was so careless. That must have been going wide because it's gone down as a own goal. But what's he even doing here? It's going wide. What's he doing? It just looks like he's trying to finish that. That's so dumb. And now it's 1-1. Back on level terms. Kakachi's really screwed us over there. Don't know what I'm going to say to the boys at halftime. Might have to have a fit at Kakachi. I'll just say, I'm very happy with your performance. Drop a bit of praise, because we have been really good. until that silly mistake by Kakachi, but I have no idea what he was trying to do. It's about the same as just kicking it into your own net. Billingsley puts in another good ball, but it comes out to Boyle, and they play it upfield, and a great ball to Barbaruzes. It looks like they're coming into the game now as Barbaruzes takes a shot, but Marinovic saves, and it's going to be a corner where hopefully Kakachi doesn't just put it into our own net. And we clear it away, and I think that'll be the end of the chance. Yes, it is. Haven't had any shots in the second half, so it might be time to think about making a change, but we do pick up the ball here. Kakachi trying to redeem himself. Plays the ball back to Steinman. Steinman plays it to Billingsley. Billingsley playing it to Holman, who's been great, and Billingsley can't find a pass there, but Steinman picks it up again. He's all over the place, this man. Kakachi to Steinman. Steinman to Holman. Holman surely is going to put a ball in, but I don't think he needs to, as I think he's won a penalty for us. And he has. Gary Hooper to take. I think that's Gary Hooper. He shoots and he scores in the final. That puts us 2-1 up. Great goal by Gary Hooper. Great penalty. And that's enough to put us 1 goal to the good in the cup final. He has not been very good this season so far, Gary Hooper. But if he keeps banging in some penalties, it might give him the confidence to push on and continue playing well. Billingsley to take the throw in to Steinman, and he puts in another great ball, but no one can get their head to it as O'Neill plays it to Kakachi, and he does redeem himself with a goal, an absolute banger of a shot, and an assist from O'Neill. What a finish by Kakachi, and that is a way to get yourself back on good terms with the fans after the terrible one goal he scored. We'll take another look at that because that was such a good hit. Nothing the goalkeeper can do about that. I think that went in off the woodwork, so we really are happy with those kind of shots from Kakachi, who is taking a bit more of an attacking role in this season, so hopefully the goals can keep coming from him as I bring McManaman on. Holman on the ball might be his last contribution as Billingsley puts in a cross. Rufer to take the shot, but it goes just wide. And that is a good way to end the chance as we make that change. McManaman on the pitch, and since the first game where he scored the goal, he hasn't done anything of note apart from getting a red card in a very important game. But Sydney FC look to build up from the back as they play it to their O'Neill, and O'Neill plays it to McGowan. McGowan puts in a ball. Grant gets it off the crossbar, and we're very lucky to get away with that one. And I think as we run down the clock, it's time to make one more change. And I think that change will be Ruthven for Rufer. We'll bring Steinman down here, put him on deep line playmaker defend, and Ruthven on central midfielder support because that's just what he likes these days. Although I am trying to train him as a Mazzala. Maybe we should put him as a Mazzala. Yes, I think I'm going to do that. It'd be silly to play him as a stupid role like that. I'm pretty sure I'm training him as a Mazzala. I'll double check. Yes. And he's got the stats to do it. I'm sure he'll play well in that position for us to end the game. Just run the clock down. As one last chance comes our way, McManaman picks up the ball, plays it to Hudson Mahongi, who plays it to Billingsley, who's played very well this match. McManaman plays it long, but completely misses all of our players, and Barbaruzes is one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but Marinovic makes a great save. The New Zealand teammates facing up against each other, and Marinovic, lucky for us, managed to win the battle. O'Neill takes it upfield, going all the way down the line. Surely he'll look for a ball, and he does, but it doesn't make its way to one of our players. But it does make its way all the way back to Hooper, and Hooper is offside, but that would have secured it for us, surely. But with only 4 minutes to go, 2 minutes now, you have to think that we've done enough to win this game. 4 minutes of added time. I don't think I'm going to make another substitution, although as they put in a cross, it maybe would have been smarter to put in another substitution, and Spirinovic scores to make the last few minutes quite interesting. I'm not going to change anything because I feel like we've done well enough. to win this match as Aiden O'Neill picks up a knock. I'll just put Sutton straight in. And there's confirmation of the victory, 2-3 to the Wellington Phoenix. We'll tell the boys that we're very happy with their performance. Congratulations, I'm happy with their performance out there. And that's the second year in the row that we've won the FFA Cup. And that has got to bode well for me as we look for new managerial jobs. And they keep saying to me that we don't like you because of your complete lack of silverware. But then we've won 2 cups right here, right now. So I'll meet you guys for the next match against MacArthur in the league, and hopefully we can continue a bit of good form after our win in the FFA Cup final. Okay, surely we can find a good club now. I've been put in the bloody Australian Hall of Fame for winning the FFA Cup. I mean, I know that I'm a New Zealander in this game, but I'll certainly take it. But it hasn't seemed to boost the reputation at all. I keep asking the board to let me go on a coaching course to get the pro license, but it just can't do it. They just won't let me do it. But we continue on, and we've got this game against MacArthur FC. It's the first time we're ever facing them after they've been added to the league this year. I'm sure we'll be able to play well. We've had to make a couple of changes with Hooper out and also O'Neill out. Ruthven and Crowley come in for O'Neill and Hooper, but Hooper is on the bench, but O'Neill wasn't fit enough to go onto the bench. So hopefully we continue a good bit of form and move up the table from the 6th position that we are in, because we do have 2 games in hand, including this game on Brisbane Roar and the rest of the sides above us, excluding Melbourne Victory, as Crowley gets a really good opportunity to score his first goal in the league, but he misses the opportunity. But that's okay. We push on. He's played well for us in the FFA Cup, and I'm sure he would be a great signing for us in the long run. Although MacArthur had just scored with their striker from a good through ball, but it's just split the defence open, and they didn't know what to do about it, which is a bit disappointing, but I'm sure we can bounce back. With the position that we have, I'm sure we'll be able to fight back and get a goal to make it all square. Here we have a chance for MacArthur, as they have a free kick from the goal scorer. Marinovic will surely save it, and he does, but MacArthur come back and get the rebound, and it's 2-0. That's not what I was expecting from this game. I thought we'd be walking all over them, considering they are currently 11th place in the league before this match, but they've moved all the way up to about 8th, I think that was, as they have another free kick, and Marinovic makes a save, but we're going to have to really reconsider our tactics for the second half, because this is not good enough, and this is not the way we've been playing recently, so I'm very disappointed with the boys, and I'll let them know that. I'll aggressively say, show me something else in the second half, and I might make a change. I'll bring Holman on for Ruthven. I'll keep everyone else's roles the exact same. Back into the second half, Holman swings a good ball in, but it comes out to the goal scorer for MacArthur, not Macclesfield. Actually applied for a job at Macclesfield, but didn't get it, unfortunately. But they come bounding forward, but we get the ball back. McCowart plays it back to Boxall, but Boxall, our best player, has lost the ball, but Marinovic makes an easy save as they kick it straight to him. I think I'm going to move on to an attacking approach as well. I meant to do that at halftime, but completely slipped my mind as Macclesfield, I keep calling him Macclesfield. MacArthur comes back at us, and they play it to their winger after hitting the bar just before. And they put a ball in, which is cleared away by McManaman, and that will probably be the end of the chance. Unless they get through on goal and just miss. We're getting away with it in this game now. This is ridiculous. I'm going to tell the boys. I'm going to demand more, because this is just not the way we've been playing all season, and it's not good enough, quite frankly. So let's let them know that. I'm making a change. Gotta bring Scott on for Kakachi, more of just a fitness concern, but this is not going well for us. And I can't see us getting back into the game with the way that we're playing right now. 4 shots. We've got more possession. Maybe their defence is just really solid as Holman puts the ball in. And that's just not getting to anyone ever. You got to put more whip on that. You got to get it further into the box. And Macclesfield scored their 3rd. Macclesfield, MacArthur. Oh my gosh, they're very different side. But nonetheless, they scored against us in a good counter attack. And it's ridiculous now. If this isn't our chance, I'll be fuming at the boys because this is definitely the worst performance I've ever seen from the Phoenix. McCowell plays it back to Scott. Scott puts a lovely ball in. McManaman takes a shot, but it goes just wide. And that summarises our game today. Just not good enough. Just too far to the wide. To the wide? Just too far wide, I should say. And we will make one last change, just to keep Billingsley fit, because he is getting pretty knackered out there. And it will be for Portilla, who has not made as much of an impact in the side as I wanted him to. But our defence has been quite solid this season, and the partnership of Botsall and Hudson Mahongi seems to work, so I just don't need him right now. MacArthur, almost said Macclesfield, stopped myself there. MacArthur comes at us again. Can't score this time, but the chance isn't over. But we do get the ball back, and Holman is running up the field. Surely he'll look to play it to someone else, as Scott puts in a great ball, and Crowley does score, brings one back, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't think that's going to do anything for the result, just a bit of a consolation goal. But good to get Crowley his first goal for the side, because that will give him a bit of confidence, especially when we don't have Gary Hooper on the pitch. But I'm going to let the boys know how mad I am with them. That was a terrible performance. And my assistant, Chris Greenacre, was telling me to tell them I was happy with the result. In what world should we be happy with that game? We played terribly. And hopefully we can bounce back in the game against Adelaide United. But until then, I'll see you guys probably around the start of January, unless some of the jobs I've applied for come back with some interviews, in which case I'll let you guys know about that. But until then, take one last look at the jobs before the end of the episode. We'll apply for a few more. Toulouse, Verona, I think it's pronounced. I'm absolutely butchering all these names. I'm just wanting to be able to get into Europe and be considered for those bigger jobs after playing well in Europe, hopefully. But obviously, if we don't play well in Europe, it completely bottles the plan and everything was for nothing. But Huddersfield is going to be the last team that we apply for. And hopefully we actually get some interviews. Still haven't had a single interview. And I've applied for about 50 jobs, and there's confirmation of all of those job applications received. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you come back for the next episode, where we should be doing a bit better in the league than that game against MacArthur, aka Macclesfield. But until then, thanks heaps for watching, and I'll see you all next time.